Hi guys, thank you so much for clicking on my video. If you would like to see how I did this bomb look, please stay tuned for more and follow me on social media. Why not? Okay, so this is a hair that I used. I actually ended up getting 8 packs of the Faux Loc hair, but I only used about 4 packs of the hair. I got the 18-inch because that's where your length is going to come from. If you can find longer, then you can definitely get longer. And with the passion twist hair, I got 6 packs of that one, but I only ended up using 3 packs. So if you make your parts the same size that I did, then you should only need 4 packs of Faux Loc hair and 3 packs of passion twist hair. And on this part here, I was just showing you again that I got the 18-inch hair with the crochet loop. And I'm just showing you guys the parts that I did. I only did the ones in the front that were small. The rest of my parts were pretty big. Since this hairstyle is so long, I didn't want to create a lot of tension on my natural hair. So that's why I made most of them big. Here I'm just showing you how I parted the back of my head. That way you'll know how much hair to buy according to the size you want. I have 2 Faux Locs in my hand and I have 1 passion twist in my hand. So what I'm going to do is grab those and kind of stretch them out just a little bit. And this is like where I got a passion twist, and I just unraveled it and fluffed it out a little bit. I mean, you can kind of do it just by running your fingers through it slightly. You don't want it to be too fuzzy, but you want it to fluff out a little bit. So here's where I'm wrapping the Faux Loc around the braid. All you do is take the Faux Loc and you just put the braid through. I didn't use a crochet needle because I mean it wasn't needed. The loop was big enough. And now I'm just going to take some of the passion twist hair and just put a little bit like towards the top of your Faux Loc. You don't really want too much hair right there because you're going to wrap over it anyway. And honestly, you would need the extra length to wrap over your own hair. And here you'll see me like trying to figure out which way the Faux Loc goes, because it was an opposite direction on the opposite sides of my head. My hand had to go a different direction. So I was making sure I was wrapping it in the right direction. You do not want to wrap it in the direction the Faux Loc doesn't go, because that will just unravel the whole Faux Loc. So please make sure you're checking the direction that you're wrapping before you start wrapping. And as you're wrapping, try not to pull on the Faux Loc, because I mean it can slide because it's technically not anything there to hold it yet. So like try to make sure you're like pressing towards your scalp, like, or you're wrapping towards your scalp. That way you're not pulling at the Faux Loc and it's not pulling. I mean, if you happen to pull it, I mean you can wrap over it, but just for like a more consistent flow of your Faux Loc, just try to press towards your scalp, at least until you get like down the Faux Loc a little bit more, until like it's a little bit more secure with the passion twist hair. And if there's a part in your Faux Loc that is where there's a gap, you can push the passion twist hair up just a little bit, or you can try to pull it down very gently, just to try to work out that gap. But don't stress it too hard. Just keep wrapping, because in the end result it's going to look okay. This isn't a perfect hairstyle, so take your time, be patient, You don't have to be perfect. And here you can see, like, when I got towards the end, like, some of the little pieces were sticking out. So I just tucked that under the longer piece and just kept wrapping on top of that. That way, none of the little pieces would just be sticking out. And this part is optional. The original YouTube video I saw, she didn't put any glue towards the end of the passion twist hair. But for me, it was just easier to secure it with a little bit of glue and wrap over that. It just had like a better hold for me. So, I mean, I would recommend it, but you don't have to do that part. You can just keep wrapping the hair down. And this part is where your length comes from. This is why I said make sure you get 18-inch faux locs or longer, because what you're going to do is put one end of the faux loc hair through the crochet loop of another, and you just want to comb out the end of the first one, just like so you can spread the hair out better. It gives you a better coverage once you want to wrap it on top of the loop. So just comb that out the best way that you can. Try to get it fluffy as possible, and that way it's a better wrap for you. And on this part, it's just better to wrap as tightly as possible and make sure that you're going in the same direction as the faux loc, please. But put a little bit of glue right there on top of the loop, and just like continue to wrap on top of that, just like you did with the passion twist hair. And guys, I promise I wasn't really using a lot of glue. My glue was just running out at this point, so do not judge. And once you have securely wrapped the hair, you're done. Just that simple and easy. You are already done. And here I'm just going to show you a second option. It's the same thing. Like, get your 3 strands of hair, your 2 faux locs and your 1 passion twist, and take your passion twist and unravel it. Make sure that you fluff it out a little bit and match the ends of the hair. And here you're just gonna grab another faux loc, put your braid through that faux loc loop. Please wrap that as tightly as you can, because you want it to stay secure in place at the root of your hair. You don't really want it to slide, so try to hold that down. And grab the ends of your passion twist hair with another hand. And you can get a duck clip. I don't know if you guys call these duck clips. I don't know what you call them, but just grab one of the longer clips or a clip that's long enough to hold all of the hair. And make sure that you're wrapping it in the right direction. I cannot stress that enough. Please make sure you're wrapping it in the correct direction. And just like if you gotta do your finger like I did, just make sure you're getting it done. And just start wrapping. And what the duck clip does is just hold that hair, so you don't have to hold it all. You can just focus your hand on pressing down to your scalp while you're twisting the passion twist hair around your braid and the faux lock. And make sure that you just keep wrapping it down the faux lock while pushing up like every, I don't know, second or so. If you see a gap, make sure like you're pushing the passion twist hair up towards the root, or you can bring it down a little bit from the root, but not too much, because like I said, you don't want it to slide or anything before you get it securely wrapped down the faux lock enough. And now that I've got towards the end of the passion twist hair, I'm just going to put a little bit of permanent glue, some strong glue that I had in the house to wrap the ends of it. You can use nail glue, or you can use just like an extra strong super glue. It's really up to you, but just make sure you're wrapping it as tightly as possible towards the bottom. And now I'm going to take the end of my first lock and put that through the crochet loop on the second lock. Again, this is your length, so depending on how long you want them depends on how much hair you're combing out and, you know, the length of your lock. But I would definitely recommend to comb out a good bit, just enough to cover that loop to where you don't see it, to where it looks like a flawless lock the whole way down. And keep wrapping securely. And once you're done, add a little glue to the end, wrap over that glue. Make sure it's a glue that you can get off your fingers, but wrap over that glue, and again, you are done. It is really this simple, guys. Like, if I can do it, anyone can do this, I promise you. And I'm just going to show you how to do it again, but this time I'm just going to let you watch it. But I appreciate you guys so much for watching my video. If you like this style, please make sure to let me know. If you feel like you're going to try to do this style, tag me in your videos, tag me in your pictures. I'm also going to tag the girl I got this from, so you guys can see her video as well, just in case you may like something she does as well. That way you have two different sources to go to. But I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and please come back and see me soon.